That post-festival shower, though, am I right? I just came back from a Motion Music Festival. Okay, I didn't just come back. It's been a few days. But I'm back in my routine. I'm back editing videos, recording, getting all my content ready to go for September. And I just wanted to do a little recap video on my personal experience at a Motion Arts and Music Festival this year. It was year 2. I'm pretty sure the weather gods were blessing us this weekend because it was so beautiful. It didn't rain, no tornado this year. Yeah, I definitely took advantage of the beach. Getting the opportunity to cool off was amazing, but also the beach stage, like they really upped the ante on this one. Last year they had the 2 stages, the rec stage, the blizz stage, and this year they actually have a beach stage very close to the rec stage, and it just brought this whole other vibe. I don't even know if I could really explain it. Family, it definitely felt like this family vibe. There's a few different highlights. One of the things I really liked about this festival is that everybody just was in their own element, and it was real people. You know, sometimes when we go on social media and we see the advertising for like Coachella and EDC, like great festivals. But I mean, you're looking at like fit, prim, proper makeup, hair. Like, let's be real. It's like the first 5 minutes of a festival, and then you put your tent up and you ain't looking so fly no more. Or, you know, just real people are there. And I love seeing people in their element. I love seeing people feel comfortable and confident in their own bodies. And I loved seeing all different shapes and sizes, all the lumps and bumps, and, you know, our scars and our abilities and disabilities and capabilities. It was just so body image positive being there, and warm and welcoming, and people didn't just like, you know, go in their birthday suits in some cases, but also got to like put on these elaborate fun outfits and just almost kind of be kids again, like just that innocent, no judgment-free zone. The sound this year, Mark, shout out, that was phenomenal. And I heard a lot of people talk about it too, because we go to music festivals and people are like, oh my god, my ears, and then the ringing and the buzzing, and like you can get quite close to the speakers and it was clear and it still sounded good and you weren't necessarily in pain. Though I wouldn't recommend standing in front of it the entire time, at least not without ear protection. Yeah, so that was phenomenal. The performers, the fire dancers, the hoopers, the people that were like dancing on the stages to add that extra element to the artist performances was really so wonderful. There was great workshops that I missed all of them. I was definitely getting that beauty sleep or getting that coffee or floating in the water. The people that own the festival grounds, the people that work on the festival grounds, very well maintained. You know they care about their property, and I love that they are so open to having this festival there, because not all campgrounds are down with that. They get really worried about having electronic music, thinking about all the things that might come with it. But, you know, they've got harm reduction. They've got people watching out for one another, radioing each other. Like sometimes I'd be getting rides back to the air-conditioned RV. And like I could hear them talking about like some of the things going on and making sure like the people on the festival grounds, they were literally driving around in those four-wheelers, making sure people had enough water all throughout the day and at evening. Like it was so wonderful. You could really tell that they cared about the people, the festival ground, the quality of the event. I really love that Garrett, whom is the founder of Emotion, his wife Allison, she adds this whole other element, right? Because we've got all these electronic music DJs and producers and sound engineers and performers, and then we've got Allison, who's like this other amazing realm, who can add her own flavor and, you know, ask the right questions and offer new insight and ideas. Because sometimes, like, within the music community, we can get really stuck, especially if we're like within certain, you know, dance music genres, and we might not always see things from the perspective of other people. And she's just so wonderful, and talented. And so it was nice to get to connect with her a little bit during the festival. It was also nice to see her like enjoy the water and like dance, because she was working so freaking hard. I talked to Garrett a little bit behind stage, and he said something that really like stood out to me, and I want to do a recap interview with him, but he said that like he kind of wishes something would go wrong so that he could fix it. Like he just like wants to problem solve. And I just think what an amazing thing, from a promoter, that they're just like, okay, like how can I fix this? And there was one day that there might have been rain, and they had the tarps ready, and they're like, okay, let's do this. Let's, you know, they were prepared to go, and it didn't end up raining anyways, but I think that was probably kind of fun for them. But yeah, it was just, you know, the vendors, the food, the volunteers, the security, you know, the people like that were at the gate, at both gates every day, like making sure that people were getting checked in and knew what was going on. And it was just so lovely. And I got to meet Alex. He was the videographer for, I think there might have been another one. I think Sean Fillion did some video as well, but yeah, he was hired to do some videography, and I got to meet him for the first time in person, and this guy is so sweet and so driven. I think he said he'd only been doing it for about a year, and like I've seen his content, it is on point. Like you can tell this guy is going big places. And he's also a DJ, which is so super rad. I love seeing people kind of dive into more than one realm of expertise within this industry. Because of that, because of his understanding of music and DJing, he adds this other element to the videos because he understands, you know, the hype scenes versus, you know, your slower build up to the drop. So I just thought that was, it was so cool to talk to him, his girlfriend Amy, who is so sweet as well. And yeah, vibes. It was so wonderful. I'm sure I could just go on and on and on. I got to reconnect with my husband, which is always great when the toddler's not there and we can just enjoy our time there. I had a really fun set, which I'm pretty sure I need to record and release because I just want that snippet. I just want that memory in time of that set because I just remember looking out into the crowd and like pointing at people and fist pumping or like, I don't know, just like that connection. That's my favorite part of the sets. Like I love to play music and I love getting the opportunity to show my own creativeness, but when you're in the midst of that and you get to be present and make eye contact with people, that just like goosebumps. I love that part. Shout out to Adam Scott because he was a madman running around making sure that things were going smoothly up the stages. Shout out to Mr. Mark Grimace. RV, smart idea. Also, you're an amazing advocate and friend and ally, and I fucking love that other women are like, you're right about Mark. He did this thing. Actually, I won't say who, I won't say what exactly happened, but I did have a woman approach me and was like, I'm pretty sure I met your buddy because this thing happened. And She's like, no one has ever done that. Like, no men have ever done that for me. And, you know, Mark's just like always just doing what's right. Doesn't matter who it is. He just wants to do what's right. And he's always putting other people first. It's so wonderful because, you know, I think about gatekeepers. I think about people that have been in the industry for a long time, and with great power comes great responsibility. And when people abuse that power, it sucks. But when people are using that power to better our industry, to help our scene grow and thrive and keep a safe space, and, you know, hold people accountable and hold themselves accountable, it's really powerful. So I hope that people that are listening to this right now are like, I want to be this kind of example. Mark is a great example of this kind of person. And I am so glad I also got to connect with like Monkey Twerk and Nikki Genesis and Kaztech and Greg Gow and Fuzzboy and like Dopamine. I got to connect with Regan. I love Regan. Miss Sullis. She's wonderful. Yeah, it was just so lovely. So, and the campsites got sold out this year. So looks like year 3 is going to need more campsites. I will definitely be interviewing whatever artists they've got coming out for year 3. I hope to be a part of that again. And so much more. So stay tuned. Much love. Mwah.
Where are you? Angel, if you could just go over to the stage over here. We just got a little something we got to deal with before our headliners start, guys. Bear with us. Please pay attention. There's a young gentleman over there that needs to ask Angel a question.
Yeah, Mike! Oh, she said yes! She said yes! Congratulations to Mike and Angel!